Alright guys, figured I would just jump on and just do the rest of the recap. It's not likely I'll actually trade this. Tomorrow's a travel day for me, so I mean if I can catch this is wonderful. If not, no biggie. But I mean we have a pretty obvious inside bar here, right? So the current trading range is within the confines of the high and low of the previous trading range. Also doesn't, it does, no, I shouldn't say doesn't. It does help the fact that we have this key 250, 275 weekly high tied into the previous day low of 251.36. Now, if we want to, right, we could probably play around with this and just get rid of the previous day low. Just have our trigger be 250, 275. Obviously, right, we know that this candle here that I mentioned in the recap was potentially a bear trap. I would have. It's that's why Tesla's so difficult right now. It is going to have a huge move, guys. I know it is, but I don't know which way. And the volume's not telling us, right? A lot of the volume here is signifying this was an accumulation off this level, but we never really got the gap fill, so there is an imbalance here down at the lows, and it is pushing up, but the push up really has been divergent, right? Look at the volume. It's clear as day. It's been pushing on low volume towards the highs here. So really, I mean, there is an opportunity to scalp above the inside bar high at 258.72. I would just play this year by year. I know that's like a weird term because a lot of you guys, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I mean, honestly, I would just play it year by year and look for 260. 260 is the GEX level at, the biggest GEX pool, I would say. If it gets beyond 260, I would expect 265 maybe to reject. If we get some kind of outlier move, right, we'd get like a push here. Let's say we get the ideal entry, pull back 250, 270, or 258.72, maybe 268.94. I would expect it rejects then. But really, I think the upside is a quick scalp. If you guys are in the 0119 2024s, as you guys should be, I alerted this shit. I only have one contract. I've been writing this thing out, believe me. This is still a really clean 70% win. If we get up to 270, guys, this is a huge win on just one contract. So just ride this out with the one contract if you guys can. Don't feel a need to force the upside just because the volume is a little bit sketchy. But honestly, if we break back under the 250, 275 here, right, I would expect this to sell off. I'm not even kidding. If we break under this 250, 275, I would expect a move back down to retest 246.70, right? This is the level I want to go absolutely long on towards the end of the year, towards February, towards March. I think the stock will squeeze. I don't necessarily believe this gap has to fill anymore. I just want to see a retest of these equal weekly highs. But yeah, 250, 275 in a break under is my mark to go short. If you get a break above 258.72, it's more of a confine to go, quick scalp, right? It's quick two-point scalp to 260, maybe get some kind of outlier squeeze to 265, 268. I'm done. That's a light size trade. If I get a break under 250, 275, I'll probably go heavier size, try to scalp it, or not scalp, try to move this down to 246.70, which is the retest of the weekly. I'd be a little bit more, confident in that position rather than the upside. Upside are just a little bit skeptical in terms of where the volume's currently at, especially considering, dude, this day should have been a squeeze day, guys, especially considering the previous day, right? Bears got trapped here. We saw a nice move above 250, 275, and really just no breakout. And the volume's so weak. I don't know what to think of Tesla. I want to say it again. It is bound for a big move. But I mean, really, it's kind of the inside bar here is make or break either way. So just gonna keep this on watch while I'm flying, while I land at her parents' house, and just kind of doing the Christmas festivities. I'll pick up on my charts, right? I'll go on my phone. I'll go on my MacBook. If I find something I like and I'm able to alert it, I'll type it out. Just don't rely on me for that. But this is definitely one of the trades I am looking at for the remainder of this week. Guys, let me give myself some credit. I fucking called this. Baba is due, guys. Baba is 100% due. I mean, optimal entry was, of course, 73.24. I mentioned this. This was the EMA crossback. Obviously, just the Chinese sector in general is hard to trade because the considerable gap ups or gaps down. It's always nice when you're long and it gaps up, or it's nice when you're short and it gaps down. When you're on the opposite end of it, it's not very nice. But this name has seen bottom, in my opinion. This name looks really good for an upside continuation towards 80.77. We did get our pullback ever so slightly on a 73.24, which in my opinion was the break of structure. We clearly have a change of character. I really like this name. I might even size in, and this might be a weird one because I might size into a winner here over 75.59. We're really just targeting 80.77, right? 80.77 is my target for this trade. Anything excess is cool. Runners only. We'd be looking for 85.82, which is the fulfillment of this gap here. But this is one of my top charts, guys. This is absolutely one of my top charts. Risk reward is fantastic. If you could look at anything in the U.S. markets, tech, growth, even like the financial sector, everything is just kind of at highs or weekly highs, and we're fighting over scraps, which are 3 points, 2 points, 5 points. This name still has about, like, if we even just take it from where it's currently at, we can get it up to 80.77, right? That's a 7% move. If we get to 85, that's a 13% move. These are huge moves that are still waiting, that have not happened yet. I really think this name is bound for a big move. And this is one of my top focuses for just kind of like an add into a win. Even if I have to screw up my cost basis, I do really like this name. Over 75.59, I would definitely roll or even add into the winner I'm currently in, which is the 85 calls for February 16th, 2024, 85 call. I might even just roll, right, and go into a shorter expiration, closer or more aggressive strike of the 80 call. I really like BABA here, guys. So this is going to be primary focus number 2 for me. All right, this is another one. This is a little bit different. I don't really trade KRE, but we should all know regional banks, obviously, with the interest rate potential cuts, or not the potential, but the so-called 3 cuts going into 2024. A lot of these names are seeing easing pressure, seeing a lot of big movement across names like SoFi, UPST. KRE is seeing a lot of potential here as well. Name isn't as extended as some of the other names. We also have an unfilled gap that I think is an outlier move up here towards, I would say, 57.35 for the fulfillment of the gap. All I'm really targeting would be the high here at 54.47. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart here, right? I think this is such an anomaly. We can clearly see signs of accumulation here on the daily chart. If I zoom out just a tad, like clear accumulation here from the lows. Beautiful structure. This should be textbook type shit. But really, we ended up having this nice breakout, right? Pullback on low volume to almost fill the gap. And I'm really looking to size into this position of a 52.84. If not, take pullbacks on 51.38. I'm comfortable with that. I already started a position today, so this would be more of a size in into my swing here on 0126. This chart is fantastic, guys, for a move to 54.47. I have chosen the 55 strike, but I think this is one of my top focuses for an add into a current winning position. And yeah, just to add to a winner. So I want to go ahead and emphasize this one. Plenty of time on those contracts is too, about a month out. So this is one of my top focuses while I'm on vacation. All right, guys, so KRE was third. We're going to look at an individual name that I think could have an outlier move. I don't typically trade names like this individually. The last one I traded was Wells Fargo. Congrats if you guys took that. That was a big win. But this is actually something I'm looking at for a weekly contract, which is a little bit weird. I think this name has some crazy potential, right? We're looking at the daily chart here on Citigroup. Chart is absolutely beautiful, right? We have this low volume pullback. Obviously, this candle here was very similar to Tesla. If you guys remember, we have this high rejection candle here, right? Kind of giving a shooting star vibe, but it pulls back under, fills the gap here, and really doesn't close too harshly below, right? And then we have a rally back above, right? After the sell-off was divergent and we had a low volume sell-off, we're now seeing a recovery that's higher volume. And really what I'm looking for is a move through this zone here at 51.55, right? And then making its way towards the next daily trigger, right? Which would be 52.45. Now, Josh, what the hell? It's not that big of a move. But if we end up taking a look at the underlying perspective, that's a 1.678% move. And really what I'm targeting is a move towards this weekly high, right? This is the big spot that I think this could trade to, which would be about a 3.27 move. And if you guys don't know, right, individual financial names don't really move that crazy. But just with the general consensus of the market, the interest rate hikes, a lot of these names are seeing really big moves, a lot of big money rotating into the sector. I think this is possible. This would be a huge move, especially considering the options and the relatively low vol that we see in financial names, right? So looking for a 51.55 trigger, right? A break above and hold. Looking for a move quickly to 52.45, which is that daily resistance you guys can see as the white line. Outlier move would be a move to 53.23. Now I'm looking for this to happen by December 22nd. This is a more aggressive trade, so if you guys need to, I would definitely play this a little bit more passively. If you guys don't even want to play this at all, you don't have to, right? We're at the year's end. Fucking just take the break off, man. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy whatever you have. There's plenty of other charts that I've mentioned that definitely could still work out. I've mentioned Google multiple times, although it does look like that name is gone. I would still love to see a pullback to 134 flat, which would be a move down here, 134.03, the red line here, which was the gap fill. Doesn't look like that'll happen, but there's still plenty of names to be patient on, guys. Nothing is, as bad as it seems, where you feel like you might have missed some moves. I promise you guys are fine. Just let things come to you. If you guys need to, just wait till the new year, man. Or if you guys even need to, wait till January 16th. Let the market start to kind of pull back a little bit, kind of consolidate. Either that or the volume kind of just subside. Dude, I'm telling you guys will be fine. So those are really the names I'm looking at towards the end of the week. I'm not really looking to be super aggressive. I'm looking to just spend time with my girlfriend's family, spend time with my girlfriend, just kind of hang out, eat good food, relax, enjoy the holidays. There shouldn't be so much pressure going into, like I said, the new year. So that's all I really have. I want to just focus on longer term expirations. If anything, I can't get my voice back. If anything, not KRE, Citigroup would be the more aggressive approach, although we'll see how that ends up formulating. But yeah, just going to be trying to play it safe. As you guys know, if you guys need to reflect back on some of the names, there's some names that still look good, like PayPal. I would still open to that name. Oh, I can't even type PayPal. There we go. Still open to that name. I would just like to see a pullback here to like 60.55. I'm not sure if that'll happen at this point. So it didn't happen originally, so I'm okay missing these names. Hence why I'm constantly changing what I'm looking at. I promise I'm not trying to be like a baby about some of these names. AMD is another one. One's 32.96. So if the market does see a sell-off, I'm not really looking to short the market, if that makes sense. There's plenty of names that I think that have good risk to reward if it can just simply pull back to these weekly levels that they're so far extended from. Google, AMD, PayPal, right? Things like that I would be very, very interested in. But the names I listed earlier, right, we're going to be looking at like Tesla, BABA, KRE, and then Citigroup. I think those are more shorter term, right? Things that I can definitely trade either this week or just in the coming weeks. So hope you guys enjoyed. I just wanted to make this really quickly. I know a lot of you guys struggle with finding names. This is what I came up with this week. But yeah, just wanted to go over them really quickly. See you guys.